Hello, I'm Bradley Griggs, co-founder and COO of Nave Analytics, and today we're going to discuss how to get to our graphics through our deeper analytics. There are two different ways that we can start looking at our deeper dive into analytics on a field level basis. One of these ways is through map view, and over here on the left hand side you see that there is an analytics button, and we click the analytics. This will take us to NavePlant and our conditions and graphics. But before we go over each graph and how to interpret them, I'll show you how to navigate and see the other way to get into the deep dive of analytics. So over here, I'll click Exit. I will go to List View. I will select the fields that I have in NavePlant, and I will select over here Analytics button. That is the second way to navigate into the deeper dive of analytics. So let's dig in and go over what these graphics mean. So this top graphic is water received. This will be the precipitation amount that has fallen on your field. Also, if you were to enter irrigation, this would be tracked here as well. All that information flows into the soil profile that helps us derive the analytics that you'll see below. The next is the planting condition. Here is our planting windows, green being best window for plant, orange being good, brown being fair, and the reddish color being poor. This will give you a look at which day is best to plant based on moisture conditions. Here's our risk map. This will give you field variability of, is it too wet to plant? And is there enough moisture for germination? So in this case, as you can see, we have quite a bit of moisture and the variability within the field. And over here it says, is there enough water for germination? 100% correct. There is enough water for germination. And then below we provide a graphic, a time series graphic of soil moisture. Is it too wet to plant? That way you can see the trend and the driving. As you get into the blue shaded area, it's a high risk for saturation, which could mean some bogging down of equipment as they're driving through. Also, the lighter blue is the increase, and anything below seems to maintain that it is not too wet to plant. And the bottom graph is there enough water for germination? Down here at the bottom, if your water levels have seeped down into the dark red, that means it's insufficient for moisture. If it's in the lighter red color, it's increased risk for insufficient moisture. Doesn't necessarily mean there's not enough, but your risk has increased. If this graph is maintaining in the white level, it means that you do have the right amount of water for germination. That was on our planting conditions tab. Now we'll move over to our soil moisture content. And in the soil moisture content, we provide the same two graphs that we did on the last tab, the planting conditions tab, but we provide a couple of new things. So here is a time series graphic from plant date to current, or not plant date, but from the time we start monitoring your field to before plant. And this provides the top 6 inches of soil moisture. Again, the background colors, we have a nearing saturation, which is a lightish bluish color. The green background means it's optimal. And then nearing depletion down here at the bottom in the kind of pinkish brownish color. Our soil water content line will highlight as we move over, and this will move and shift with the amount of rain based on the soil type and also based on if you added irrigation or not. You would like for this line to be sitting in the optimal zone, which is the green zone, which would mean that there is enough moisture in the top 6 inches in order for germination to occur. Below, we give the variability within the field. This is our satellite image, and it'll show you the water content per pixel within your field. And we give the current, and we also give a forecast of what you're going to be seeing in the future. And lastly, we do the entire soil profile for field level water content, again, with our optimal being in the green, our nearing saturation being in the light blue, and then our nearing depletion, meaning there's not enough water, down here at the bottom of the graph. That concludes today's session of going over the deep dive analytics for NavePlant. Thank you very much.